welcome back to part 2. Today we're going to be, there won't be much, there's going to be actually no city building today. I'll show you where I will be developing, but today we're going to look at the extensive data sets I've got available to that help me run my city. Quickfire, power, looking good. Water, looking good. The auto budget mods on the sewage will adjust itself as it needs to. Trash, looking good. Education, we're alright. Happiness, commercial's always a bit of a stinker early in the game, but it picks up later on. Healthcare and deaf care. Traffic flows, a little bit sucky, so we're going to find out where the problems are and see what we can do about it. Pollution, that will... Fire coverage, crime, good old population. Interesting that we've got a bit of an unemployment problem. It's still calling for residential at the moment, so 40%, where in fact we could be risking a death wave sooner rather than later. This is good for when you've got industry underway. Your districts. If you've got disasters going, your escape routes, road maintenance. You've got some with coverage in parks, tours. So on heating, which is not needed for the city. Postal, see where Postman Pat has gone. See if he's doing his run. And of course, sip of coffee. And of course, if your traffic sucks, why is it sucking? So, and of course, transport. So we're going to look at traffic flow and transport, the main two, which most gamers use and most will use to go fixing. So we're going to take a look at traffic. So our traffic is a case of cue a Chernobyl joke, and you're going to get lots of Chernobyl jokes here. It's a case of 3.6 Runken. It ain't terrible, but it ain't great either. Usually you want to get over 80%. So anything below 80, we're off fact-finding on why we're a bit of a stinker. So we've got a red here at an interchange leading into the industry. And we've got another red here from a motorway interchange leading into the city centre here. And for the rest of it, we are looking okay. So, roundabouts. If roundabouts are the default, we need to check our lane mathematics and how the roundabouts are working. Just make sure they're running fine first before we come in and start using the route finder. So they're all fine. Giveaways are all set. And junctions, yep, they're all set to how Biffer, a fellow YouTuber, does it. We'll just check down here to see if our lane mathematics are still looking okay. Let's see here, it's not. Yep. So okay, so there's a one small slip up can. Sorry, that should be disabled. One small slip up can ruin your city entirely. And we'll just make sure the giveaways are on. See, in this case, they're not again. So we're not getting the priority system. Okay, that should clear itself up in no time. So just small things like that can make major differences to your city. And we'll just, and as we know, our lane math should all should be all running fine. So if we go back into, so that should sort itself out. That might be just needing to adjust arrows, and that it's also because of the fact that it's a sharp corner, so the traffic's having to slow down. If I check the speed, well, it's decent speed, so it's just the fact they're just having to slow down a bit. But if we go back here, we'll focus on one today. Looks like we've got problems here. Now, what's happened here is this is a double junction as the busway runs over, and we've got... Right, so your crossing over traffic is slowing everyone down. And I don't think it's... so we'll check the intersection first. No, it's a case of we've just got a simple stop sign, and I think it's a 6-lane road going down to 4. So that's not going to work normally. And we've got a roundabouts could technically work to divert traffic off going left, but it ain't going to help traffic cutting across to the right. Although they shouldn't be needed to technically do so, they should be coming down the other way. So this is where your route finder works, and see who's coming down and why. So into routes. Alright, lot of private vehicles. So if I follow that back, it's into a lot of that's actually coming from out of town. So there's nothing much we can really do about that short of getting an intercity train connection working. For the rest of it, it's also a lot coming from... It looks like a lot of people are actually going to work in the industry. So that's telling me the transport system the transit system might not be geared up properly to serve the industry properly yet. But we'll come back down and see what else is. So let's see where these guys are coming from. So we'll just do that again. Okay, so a lot of these are cutting right. So let's just take private vehicles out to see if we've got public. Okay, so where's the cargo going? Looks like also a lot of cyclists. If I'm reading that right. No, city service vehicles. So where are they? I see. So they're using that as an excuse to come across. Public transport and cargo. So if I take that offline, this is this. Okay. So what's happening here is a lot of traffic's coming off the motorway, cutting across, using the boulevard to access these parts here, instead of what they should be doing, coming down this motorway and using this roundabout here. Now if I just do private vehicles, I just know emergency service vehicles can ignore no right turns. So let's go back to private vehicles, see where they're going. Okay, so they're cutting across a way they shouldn't be going. So the easiest way to fix that one out is simply there's two ways we can fix that out. The first way we can do it is traffic light it out, and then but for that to work properly, we would also have to traffic light this one out, and then we have to go through the very set rigmarole of doing a timed junction. Okay, so that's one way of doing it, but that's one I personally don't like. So the easiest way to fix this one is to simply put, they should be going down the motorway, is ban the right hand turn. Just simply outban it, and you force them to come through here as they should be, which means I'm just going to have to do a quick it's probably, they're finding it probably quicker to come down here, ironically. So that's